So it has been 5 years since I left Dubai and I came to Thailand. 5 years of living here in Thailand. So what is my experience? What would I recommend to you? Would I recommend you to migrate to Thailand, come down to Thailand? And what is the difference that I feel from my life before versus now? In this video, I'll cover these points and just a few to give you a perspective. Okay, because obviously when you come to Thailand new, it's like, wow, so exotic, the food, wow, this is so cheap and so beautiful and blah, blah, everything else. So in this video, I'll give you my experience of being here 5 years. See, first and foremost, the biggest reason why I came here, okay, is because I was staying in Dubai, which is a very expensive place. Dubai is not cheap. Obviously, you can compare to Hong Kong and New York, but I was staying in Dubai. So when you compare Dubai to Thailand, Thailand is cheaper. The problem with Dubai is it is expensive. Living in Dubai is not cheap. I'll give one small simple example. Okay, in UAE, Sharjah, that is near Dubai, I had a 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bedroom. I was paying nearly, for the purpose of maths, just rounded the figure, 50,000. Okay. Now, if I would stay in Dubai, it would be the same space, be 100,000, because Dubai is the business hub. Everything happens there. It's a high demand area. So 50 to 100,000 was a 1-bedroom apartment rent per year. Here in Thailand, I'm paying 10,000, say dirhams, same, but for 1 year. So where is 50 to 100,000? Where is 10,000? And because I negotiated with my landlady after staying now 5 years, she has made it to 8,000. So where is 100,000? Where is 8,000? So you can see the expense. Okay, number one. So, you know, you can earn 1 million, but if your expense is 1 million and, you know, you're living a life of 1 million, what do you save, man? So for me, the first important thing was the expensive lifestyle, the non-stop grind, the rat race, and end of the day savings, hardly anything. And remember, I was enjoying Dubai life. Oh, you will enjoy like crazy, man. And especially if you know how to make money, you will enjoy. I was networking with the who's who. I was a freelancer with a freelancer visa. I was enjoying girls and training and going to different restaurants, shopping malls, buying stuff. Here, none of that temptation is there. In fact, in Dubai, when the new Apple product launches, it may launch at the same day it launches in the US, even Samsung phones. Here, it'll come after 6 months to a year. So, temptation is less. Not that there's no temptation, but temptation is comparatively less. So the first one is expenses. Okay, for me, when I compare Dubai to Thailand. The second one is freedom. See, I'm walking in an inside forest, half naked. Okay, Dubai, I can't do that. Obviously, and yeah, it's too hot anyway. I'm not saying that you can't go walking like this, but that's not the reason. This is just one. I have the freedom to post whatever videos I like about UAE being my specialization. In Dubai, you can't do that. I can talk about anything because my target market is UAE and India. In Dubai, you don't have the freedom, and given the laws, some Emirati guy would put up a court case or complain, or some Indian guy, then, you know, that fear is always there. And the fact is, just like, you know, it's not my country, but there, the fear factor is more, restrictions are more. Thailand is a bit more relaxed, so the freedom is more. And if you're a creative person like me, you want freedom to do what you like. See, even getting up whenever I like, walking, relaxing, doing all this, it's freedom, man. I'll tell you, the best example I can give you is living a joint family with a father, mother, brother, sister, kids, everyone is there together, versus you having a separate apartment alone to yourself. That is how I would compare living in Dubai versus living here. Okay, so for my work as a creative freelancer, for my content that I put, for the lifestyle that I want to live. And if you have not noticed, Tatu, that's a Muslim country. For them, Muslim, not all Muslim, UAE is mostly liberal. But you can always get some nut job who will say, oh, shaitan is devil, or Allah Akbar, and this is haram, and make a police case. And that fear was always there. And I remember there have been 4 incidents in UAE. That too, lucky for me, I kept a low profile, where someone complained to the police. Police came pick me up. They thought I was doing black magic. I was satanic. I was evil. I was banned, and I entered the country hiding. And so here nobody gives a damn. Yeah. They look at me as, oh, okay, another tourist. But now people know me here, so they're like, okay, it's a different story. So that is also there. I would say number 3 is, this is an important, critical one. See, being an Indian passport holder, staying in the Middle East, basically you're living in a no man's land. You have an Indian passport, that is your country of origin, and you're staying in the Middle East. You don't get citizenship. So Dubai will keep you as long as you're useful, as long as you have money, as long as you can get a visa. The day you don't have a visa or a work visa, or you don't have the money to spend on a visa, or let's say you became old, or you had an accident, now you can't manage your expense, or they will throw you back to the country of origin. Okay. Now, obviously it's the same thing here, but because the expenses, remember I told you expenses, if someone were to have a problem in Dubai, money will just evaporate in days, and you'll be like literally counting your pennies. While here you have a buffer. Like when I came down here to Thailand, I didn't have any clients online. I didn't have a presence online. 2 years I slogged my ass off. I literally tried everything. I was shooting in the dark. Luck. I would tell you, hard work, creativity and luck was a big factor. Today I'm able to make a living online. People pay me for my expertise. I will tell, but yeah, I did spend a huge amount of money. I'll tell you that much. Almost all my savings were zero. If you want a rounded figure, I would say 100,000, say $30,000, 100,000 dirhams. Okay, $30,000 got spent trying to settle down, be online, expenses, like living a normal life. $30,000 in Dubai, it'll evaporate like this. You'll manage for maybe 6 months, depending on how you live. I was living a decent life. Okay, so what I was saying is, if tomorrow you can't manage your expenses in the Middle East, they'll throw you back. And once you go back to India, the problem with our Indians are racist towards Indians themselves. And they don't value the experience that you have in the Middle East. So then you go back to square one. You're in no man's land, even though it's your own country. Nobody wants to know you. And in India, if you have money and if you're rich and they know you're influential, they will come and kiss your ass. Others, nobody's bothered. So for me, I was, almost born and raised. I didn't know a single thing about India apart from being in India during the Gulf War. So what would I do? I'd have to start from zero, and India is not cheap, man. People think India is very affordable. No, India is expensive, and if you want to live a slightly decent life, everything is expensive in India, and it's not easy. Very tough, very crowded, polluted. A lot of challenges are there. So my age was reaching 40. If I had to make a move, it had to be before 40. or at 40. Because remember, when you're young, you can adjust to a lot of things. You can take advantage of employment. You can take risks. But as you get older, one is people don't want to give you more opportunities. Like for example, a 20-year-old trying for a job, he can manage with, say, $1,000. A 40-year-old trying for a job, they'll be like, oh, he's 40, he's old. Plus, by 40, you have a family and you have expenses and responsibilities. Restarting your life at $1,000 didn't make any sense. So I was like, okay, if I have to restart my life, it has to be now. Now I had the options of going Canada or Australia or some other country in the West. But I had to make a choice fast. And the reason I didn't want to go to the West is because restrictions in terms of your career, and there it's again more expensive. Yes, I would get a citizenship, but to settle down would take 5-10 years. So if I was 40, that means what, I start my life at 50. So I was like, might as well go to a place where the purchasing power is a bit more on my side and I can build a brand easier. Like I told you, it took me 2 years over here without working for anyone, working for myself. But if I was in Canada or Australia, I can't work for myself. I'll have to work under someone, and that would have killed my brand. Then I would say the next experience of living here in Thailand is, initially when you come, there is that magic. There's like, wow, exotic food and exotic culture and people and the newness, the romance phase. But I can assure you, after 5 years, there is nothing exotic or new, or it's a daily grind. Yes, over there, I would say a little bit of a drawback. It's slightly tough because you don't get the food that because I live in Samui. Depends where you live. I live in Samui. I don't live in Bangkok, which is once again expensive. So here the food is Thai food, international, Australian, Mexican, Italian, Indian. These are just 4 or 5, and almost everyone makes the same food. Everybody makes it. So there is no variety. There's only one shopping mall on this island. Everyone knows everyone here. It's a very small place. In fact, if you drive, I think you can drive down the whole island at a reasonable speed if there's no traffic. How many? 4 hours? 3 hours? Yeah. The drawback is, if you're a person who likes to network and travel and make friends and try new things, you will get bored. There are so many people who come here and eventually they get bored and they're like, I want to try something new. But for me, lucky for me, I'm not a person who likes too many new things. I do like new things. But sometimes it does become boring. I'll tell you that much. So I'm always actively looking at ways to keep myself busy, to focus on working, to focus on trying new things. And lucky for me, I don't like going out, clubs and socializing. So I'm pretty happy. One last tip I'll give you. See, if you're planning to come down here to Thailand and live here, the first thing is, what is the passport that you're holding? Okay, first find out what is the passport that you're holding and what are the laws and requirements of that passport. If you're from the West, restrictions are very, very less. And it's very cheap, very affordable. But if you're from India, Pakistan, and those other countries, very hard, very expensive. And you'll have to figure out, you want a retirement visa, then 800,000 baht you have to put in the bank. I think that's roughly $20,000. Not too sure, 20 or 25. Say $30,000, 30,000 US dollars you have to put in the bank. Okay, that is one. And leave it there for a couple of months every time you renew. Or if you're looking at job, nobody will offer you a job here. There's enough and more people to give jobs here. And if there is any job, they would rather give it to a foreigner from the West. I'm giving you harsh truths. An Indian, what will an Indian do? I mean, unless of course he had skills which are so amazing, so rare, that Indian, Pakistani, Tibetan, Nepali, whatever, unless your skills are so rare that only you can do the task. Like for example, a cook or a chef cooking your homemade cuisine. Okay. And then the only other option that you have is business. And I can assure you this much. The longevity of a business in a foreign country is 1% chance of success, just one. Here on the island, every 3 months, new business, shut down, new business, shut down, new business. And it's not just the international crowds that come here, local Thai people. And for Thai people, you can open a business for free. So they open and close. But if you are a foreigner, you have to spend a hell lot of money. And many foreigners come down here and lose their life savings by coming to this country and thinking, oh, I'm going to open a bar, a massage parlor, a restaurant, or a gym, or an idiot, man. See, so you have to make sure that you have some kind of earnings, sustainable, recurring, guaranteed, or at least proven to your ability to generate. Otherwise, you cannot survive here. Because yes, it may be comparatively cheaper, but man, money just goes. Money just goes. I'll tell you this. When I went for a holiday with my wifey, business holiday, with a trip, even though all the expenses were covered, I think I spent close to, just for 2 weeks, or nearly around that time, just 2 weeks, $10,000 plus, $10,000 US, even though most of our expenses were covered. Why? Because wanted to have a decent time. And remember this, we didn't spend money on anything luxurious. Still, money got spent on food and tourist spots and visiting places, and so money gets spent like water, man. So don't assume that just because Thailand is comparatively cheaper, you're going to hit it big here. And I'll give you one final word of caution. The Thai people are a very conservative people when it comes to their culture, their tradition, their language, their belief systems. They are accommodating, but they have their own uniqueness. Just as Filipinos, when they meet together, they'll talk in Tagalog. Just as Indians, when they meet together, they'll talk in their native tongue. Thai people, they will talk in Thai, they will live with Thai. And for them, you are forever an outsider. Even for my wife and her family. That's why I made sure my baby knows Thai and speaks Thai. I'm an outsider. It's called a farang, or they say falang. It's a term that means foreigner, outsider. So even if I stay here for my whole life, I will always be a farang. So you'll never be accepted by them. And if tomorrow there is a problem or issue with the family will always support the Thai person, irrespective. They're guilty, not guilty, bad. It's the love that they have for their family. So just as I'm sure many other families. So don't assume that just because you came here for a holiday and there is that slogan, the Thai smile or the Thai hospitality. No, that is a service that they provide for a tourist who will come here, bring money, they'll take your money. Thank you very much, goodbye. That's a holiday. It's like you gave me money, I gave you a service, bye-bye. But if you plan to come and stay here and there's no benefit. As a tourist, at least they can make a premium. So you'll immediately realize for them it's a very straightforward deal. For them, what is important to them is their family and their life. You're a nothing, you're a nobody. If you have money, fine, welcome. You don't have money, you're another freeloader, bye-bye. So overall, if I were to give you in a nutshell, the first most important piece of advice is what I give you now, is you should have money if you're planning to come to Thailand. Or you should have a job that allows you to work independently from anywhere in the world, where you can spend money, where you can earn, and you don't have to worry. And third one is, I always tell people, earn in dollars, spend in rupees, or spend in the local currency. So your purchase power is more, savings are more. Second one is, you must save. Don't assume that, don't fall for these YouTubers who show, oh, I'm living in a swimming pool, I have this condo, I have this house, $100, and oh, this food is only $1, and you're not going to eat rice and soup for the rest of your life. I told you, no? I've been here, what, 5 years now. I'm fed up. Initially it was exotic. Now it is just fed up. I want to eat what I have born and raised eating. You know, we are a sum total of our culture. And third one, what I told you, it's like, what are your goals and priorities? Do you want to mix around, meet people, travel, network, business? Then Thailand is not the place. If you're looking at retirement, or if you're looking at just relaxing for a holiday, this is the perfect place. And finally, I'll tell you this, that before you make a decision to migrate to any part of the world, okay, don't go with YouTube advice. Don't go even with articles. Come down personally. Personally come down. Don't come as a tourist. This is a mistake people make. They come as a tourist and everyone showering them with love and attention, and they're spending money. Like people sometimes ask me, hey man, your electricity is so cheap. Yeah, you're thinking in terms of dollars. When you live in the place and you earn in that place, you have to live that lifestyle. I can't live a US dollar lifestyle or Dubai lifestyle here. Then I'm stupid. Then I'm saving nothing. What's the point of making the move? So be clear with your priorities. I came to this quite lonely place so that expenses would be less, savings would be more. I would have a family life. I would have the freedom. I'd have the creativity to work the way I like, and get out of that fast, stressful rat race. So overall, this is what I would say. It's 5 years being here. I would absolutely discourage an Asian passport holder to come here. No, holidays, yes. Spending money, yes. If you have enough and more money, retirement, yes. But working to make a living, absolutely no. You will regret like no one else's business. There are so many, not so many, there are a couple, one or two who have, I don't know who the hell gave them the inspiration. Indian came down here and sending their CVs. Come on, man, use your brains. At least understand the law of the land, the culture, the job environment. And remember, just because I have made money or I have settled down, you're not me, I'm not you. So don't assume that our lives will be the same. So 5 years in Thailand, in a nutshell, 5 years in Thailand, great tourist spot, great for spending a holiday, great for retirement if you have tons of money. But if you're planning to come here to work, earn your livelihood, yeah, no, even find love, no. You don't have money, forget it. Don't bring your ass here. Alright? I like to keep it real. Okay, I don't like to give bullshit. Oh, $1 meal and all that. Those YouTubers are just doing it for views, yeah. Just a gimmick. Like I tell people, you can't live on rice and pork soup for the rest of your life. We spend at least 1,000 baht just shopping for groceries every day. Me, my wife, and baby. Just food items. Because we live a good life. 1,000 baht. Let that sink in. Even though this place is cheaper. We don't drink alcohol. We don't smoke cigarettes. We don't waste money on anything. Just simple, healthy living. So, go figure. And with me and my wife, low maintenance, you can imagine what would happen to someone with slightly higher lifestyle expenses. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free to comment down below and let me know if you have heard anything otherwise, or you agree or disagree with what I have to say. Alright, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.